Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And today we are going to be continuing our new series with the Cincinnati Reds. Last episode was episode number 1. I guess you could count it as episode number 0. Sometimes with series like this, you get an episode 0 where you just meet the team, you go over things that you're thinking, you're playing for the series, kind of stuff like that. And that's what I did in that episode. So it's the first ever episode of the series, but it could be considered an episode 0 because we didn't have any gameplay. We didn't have any opening day gameplay action for you, but we will have that in today's episode, so that's pretty cool. We are going to be taking on the Chicago Cubs. Now, in real life, the season did not start until right here against the Atlanta Braves on the road. They opened up on the road in Atlanta against the champions because of the lockout, where we lost about a week or so of the season, about a week and a half maybe of the season. So in MLB The Show, they couldn't do that. They just had to give out the actual roster, the actual schedule of what it was going to be before the lockout. And so that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be playing games that didn't actually happen when they did happen later in the season, but they didn't happen when the calendar says they're going to happen in this game. So we're kind of going back in history and changing things, I guess you could say. So it's already not realistic. But in the last episode, we did go over the roster. I went over my plans for some of the players on the team. I went over the budget, who I think could be on their way out, who I think could be staying for the long run. I went over a lot of it in the last episode, so if you want to go back and watch that just to get caught up on who's on the team. I went through every single position on the roster. We went through starting pitcher all the way to right field. We went through every single position, even the minors. We talked about some of the players that I have high hopes for, some of the players I don't think are going to stick around, all that kind of stuff. So if you want an in-depth look at the Cincinnati Reds, and if you want an in-depth look at the budget and all that kind of stuff, what my plans are, my thoughts are for how we're going to move this money around and how we're going to do all these things, and who I might have on the trade block, who I think is probably going to get moved at the deadline. Like, all that stuff is in that first video. So if you want to go back, you didn't see it, go back and watch all that before you watch this video, because you might be a little bit confused because I'm probably not going to talk about it too much, or at least I'm not going to talk about it as in depth as I did in that first video. So also in that video, I set the lineup. Well, I already had it set up before the video started, but I showed you the lineup. This is what we're going to rock for opening day and probably for most of the season, barring any injuries. We're going to have India at 1, Drury at 2, Pham at 3. Oops, I didn't mean to switch that. Votto at 4, Stevenson at 5, Farmer 6, 7 is Moustakas, 8 Senzel, and 9 is Tyler Naquin. That is what the two. I didn't change the no DH lineups because no DH doesn't matter. So it's just going to be the 2 DH lineups because DH is universal now. So that's what the lineup's looking like. The pitching rotation, I have Castillo as the ace because Luis Castillo, in my opinion, is the ace of this team, at least for year number 1. Maybe year number 2, it's Hunter Green. Maybe year number 2, it's Tyler Mahle. Who knows? Nick Lodolo is also a possibility for ace of this team. Is Luis Castillo going to be here for next season? Depends on how good he plays. I don't know. He could be here, or he could get moved to the deadline, like he might get moved to the deadline in real life to probably the New York Yankees. Okay. Scouting is one thing that we didn't really talk about too much in the first video because of the fact that we're on opening day, so there's not really much to talk about. The only guys that are fully scouted are the blue chip prospects, and we will take a blue chip prospect in the draft because the Reds were pretty bad last year. Not super bad, but they will have a pick where they can take a blue chip prospect. They'll be in the running for a blue chip prospect. There's a lot of them this year, and then there's some of these guys that are like hot targets that you want to get. And there's not a whole lot of like high overall guys. If we go to sort by overall, the highest overall player is a 70, and he's not even fully scouted yet. So it could very well be a 65. Now, that could turn into an 80 if David Ramirez gets fully scouted and he turns out to be really, really good. But you never know. You never really know. So scouting, we're not going to talk about too much until we get a couple episodes in, when we get closer to the draft, because there's not really much to talk about when there's not really anything scouted except for the blue chippers. And I'll do my due diligence. I will look at the blue chippers and kind of pick out some of the guys that I think might fit this team the best, judging on what we need. Speaking of what we need, I set the positions that we are seeking in the last episode along with the the trade block. I put Mike Minor on there, Kyle Farmer, Mike Moustakas, although I don't know if anybody's going to take his money. I'm sure somebody will, because it's MLB The Show, and we can make whatever we want happen. Nick Senzel, Brandon Drury, Albert Almora Jr., and did I put anybody else down here? I don't think I did. Those are all the guys that I have on the actual trade block, and then we're seeking relief pitcher, third base, shortstop, left field, center field. Obviously, we're seeking more than just those positions, but we can only put that specific amount on there. So those are the ones. Those are the ones that we need the most. So those are the ones that I put on there. And we have a decent amount of money as well. We have $57.69 million to spend. That's probably going to go up even more after we move Mike Moustakas, because I said in the last video, he is most likely the only one guaranteed to be moving on. Actually, him and Mike Minor both are probably two that are absolutely guaranteed to be moving on before the deadline or at the deadline, depending on if we get any offers for them or if I just feel like moving them. So they will not be here after the trade deadline. That is a guarantee. But with all that being said, I think I've recapped it enough. It's real rosters up to the draft. So, like, if we go to the Diamondbacks, Drew Jones is here, if I can find him. Would he be in the AA roster? Do they put him in the AA roster? Is he in the Class A roster? Where's Drew Jones at? There he is. He's in AAA already to start the season. Drew Jones is here. So all those guys are in their respective teams. We got Kumar Rocker on the Rangers. The first overall pick from the Orioles is here as well. So everybody's here. Everybody's rocking it. So maybe we trade for Drew Jones or Kumar Rocker. You never know. Things could happen. But it's time to play the Chicago Cubs. And we're going to rock not our custom jerseys. We're going to rock the classic home jerseys. The Cubs will rock their road grays. We'll rock the regular whites. And we're going to GABP, Great American Ballpark, opened in 2003, 42,000 people. It's going to be good. We're going to play with quick counts on so we can get through the game pretty quick. And Luis Castillo will take the mound for us. You already know what the lineup looks like. I will see you guys in the action on opening day.
Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Glad you're here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, home of the Reds since 2003. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
About to get started here. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Luis Castillo. What do you have on him?
Well, this guy's coming off a season where fell short of 200 strikeouts, which is kind of the ultimate for pitchers to get to that level. And
here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Reds opening day 2022 is underway, and Nico Hoerner will send the first pitch of the season foul. 1-2 count already to Nico. Castillo lobs in the slider, 88 miles an hour, and Nico Hoerner is the first victim of the season for Luis Castillo. 3-1 count to Nick Madrigal as we load into at-bat number 2, and that will be a 5-pitch walk. First walk of the season from Castillo. 1-1 count to Ian Happ, really good player in the Cubs organization. Runner on first. Castillo sends in the sinker. It's chipped away. Chipped. 2-2 count to Ian Happ. Here comes the slider, and it will be hit to left field. Tommy Pham cannot get underneath it. That is a little bit unfortunate as Ian Happ floats that to left field, and it is a 3-1 count to Contreras. Wilson Contreras, really solid catcher for the Cubs. Slider hits to right field. Tyler Naquin He gets underneath it. Tyler Naquin with a nice grab. And there's 2 gone in the top of the first. 1-1 count to Seiya Suzuki. Really, really solid Japanese-born prospect. I guess not really a prospect because he's a little bit older. And that's going to be Tyler Naquin. No, he can't get underneath it. Naquin will miss the ball. And they will send another man home. He's not out. Wow. Seiya Suzuki clears the bags with a double RBI. A 2 RBI double is how you should say that. Seiya Suzuki, I can't believe Tyler Naquin missed that ball. And now we are going up against Kyle Hendricks, the ever dangerous Kyle Hendricks. Jonathan India, Rookie of the Year last year, will start the season for us in the leadoff spot. I do like Jonathan India as the leadoff man. I'm hoping that he can stay there all season. I think he's got a good spot at doing that, good chance at doing that. But he will lift that one to center field, right center field, and it will be caught in the first out of the inning. 1-1 count to Brandon Drury. In real life, having a fantastic season. How can he do in our series? He's going to take that one to left field, not to left field, to third base. And that will be the second out of the season. So, not starting out good. Tommy Pham steps up to the plate now as the third hitter. And that's going to be chip foul. 1-2 count to Pham. 97 career home runs for Tommy. Almost to 100. If we could get him 100 home runs in his career in this season, that would be amazing. It probably will happen, though, off camera or like during simulation. Probably not when we're playing. And we are into the second inning already. 2-0 lead for the Cubs. And Castillo will send that one to a ball. 2-2 count. Another fastball. That's 99 on the gun. And it's got Swindell looking. Third strikeout of the night for Castillo. Christopher Morel is starting for the Cubs, I think in center field. I'm not sure where he's starting, actually. But it doesn't matter because he's down. So it's quick 2 outs for Castillo. No, Brennan Davis is starting in center field. I'm not sure where Morel's starting, actually. It might be left field. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really pay attention to their lineup card. But he will send that pitch to the stands. And it's a 1-2 count. Castillo drops the slider in, but it goes a little bit behind the plate. And it will be a ball. 2-2 count. Castillo sends the sinker. Votto fields it well. Steps on the bag himself. And it is a quick second inning. And speak of the devil, he got the last out. Now he starts the bottom half. Votto still bangs. I really was hoping that was a home run there. That probably should have been, arguably. But are we going to find out if Votto still bangs? I really hope so. Good eye from Votto there. 2-2 count. Votto, one of the best on-base percentages of all time. Or maybe I should say of recent history. He's one of the... If you want to get a guy on base, if you need to get a guy on base, you call Joey Votto. And he will sky that to center field. Brennan Davis going deep, but not deep enough. He will field that one. And there's one down in the bottom of the second. Joey Votto falls. But now we got Tyler Stevenson. Second-year man. Really, really solid catcher. And he will ground that to second base, but that will not be our first hit. That will not be our first hit. Kyle Farmer. Kyle Farmer, can he make some magic happen? He cannot on that pitch. 1-2 count to Farmer. Hendricks with the windup and the throw. Curveball way out of the zone, almost even hitting Farmer. 2-2 count, 2 outs, bottom second. Farmer will get a good pitch, but it's stopped at third base. Great play. And we're down just like that. And now we get right back up to the top half of the order again. Nico Horner. He is going to pop that to right field. Naquin jumps far too soon, and Nico Horner will have more. Is he going to try to stretch it to a 3? He will not. And a leadoff double to start the inning. That is not what you want. Madrigal up to the plate now. And he will give this to Naquin. Naquin will field it, but Horner will go to third. We don't have the arm strength or the urgency to get that to third base. Ian Happ comes up 1 for 1. He was one of the men that Seiya Suzuki bumped in last time he was up. That's going to go to Senzel. Does Senzel have the arm to gun down Horner? Are they going to try it? They will. Senzel with the throw. It's going to be off target, and they will score a third run. Nick Senzel with the off-target throw. And it's 3-0 Cubs. Early in this game, can we recover from this? Do we have the hits? Do we have the bats to do this? Great slider, strikes out Wilson Contreras to end the inning, but the damage was done. 3-0 now, and we haven't even gotten through a bottom of our order yet. The Moose is Mike Moustakas, struggling in his career here in Cincinnati. Struggles with injuries, struggles with seeing the baseball. 1-2 count. Hendricks with the sinker. And it will catch the corner of the zone, but be called a ball. Moose sends that to right field. That's deep. It's got some range. But Seiya Suzuki will get it the warning track. I thought Moose might have done it. Nick Senzel. Speaking of guys that struggles with injuries, Nick Senzel, it's almost guaranteed that during a season he will be on the DL. It's almost, or the IL, I guess. It is almost a guaranteed fact. You could bet your mortgage on it. Hopefully that's not the same here in this series, but Senzel will get the first hit of the season for the Cincinnati Reds as he lines that to left field. Great job, Senzel. You'd love to see that. And we've got Tyler Naquin, the 9-hitter. We got speed on first. Can Naquin, if we just get something into the outfield, there's pretty deep corners in the outfield there. Left center, right center are pretty deep. So if anything in there, maybe we can get Senzel all the way around to home plate. I don't know. 2-2 count to Naquin. He's going to sit on that one. That's going to be a ball. 3-2 count. India's coming up. He's on deck. 1 out in the inning. Naquin will sit on that one, but it will be caught by the first baseman, Schwindel. And he can't beat it out into double play. Wow. Nothing can go our way, it seems. Seiya Suzuki absolutely smacked the baseball in his first at-bat. We'll see what he can do here on his second one. 1-2 count to him. Here comes the slider. He won't chase it. He will not chase the slider. Okay. How about a sinker? He will smack this to left center. Senzel's underneath it. And Senzel will grab it. Quick first out of the inning. Glad to see Seiya sit on the bench instead of hitting a double like he did the first time. Patrick Wisdom will smack that to right field. Naquin has no chance of getting it, but it will go for a ground rule double. Frank Schwindel. He will line that to... Oh, Farmer stops it. Does he have the speed? He can't. He stopped it from going to left field, but didn't really matter. Nice defensive effort from Kyle Farmer, but not enough. That will go to center field. Senzel's underneath it. I'm sure they're going to test it at third. They will. Senzel will send it, but there's no chance he's going to get him. No, he won't. Senzel does not have the arm in center field that we need. Brennan Davis steps up. 3-2 count, and he will send it. If it's fair, it's gone. Brennan Davis has a 3-run home run. Oh, well, congratulations. I'm glad that we could be a part of his first ever home run in the major leagues. Former Cincinnati Red David Ross, by the way, managing the Cubs. Congratulations to Brennan Davis for getting his first career major league home run, and it was a 3-run doozy, so... That will be a grounder to India at second. He will field it, and that will be the end of the inning. But it is 6-0. 6-0. The Cubs are pouring it on. That was a 3-2 count, by the way, on Brennan Davis. Bottom 4. We are struggling at the plate, and we're struggling on the mound, too. India will ground out to shortstop, and that will be a quick first out in the 4th. Brandon Drury at the plate, hitting 2 in the lineup. Probably going to be hitting 2 in the lineup for most of his time here in Cincinnati, barring any drastic changes we make to the roster. But he will ground out to second base, and there's quick 2 outs in the 4th inning. Tommy Pham comes up. That is a beautifully placed sinker in the top of the zone. He flew out to shortstop his first at-bat. 1-2 count. He will ground that back to the pitcher. Kyle Hendricks will field it, and easy toss to first base, and we are going down just like that. Nick Madrigal comes to the plate for his 3rd at-bat, and he will send that to left field. Tommy Pham's there, but Tommy Pham's got it. At the wall, Tommy Pham goes and makes the play. That's what you want to see out of your left fielder. But that one will not be a chance. Pham is going to go up for it, but there's no shot. And Ian Happ will send that one over the wall. And Luis Castillo is in shambles. We will get somebody warming. We'll warm up Jeff Hoffman. We'll warm up Luis Cessa. And we will try to get through the 5th inning with Castillo, but that's probably going to be all, as Naquin has a good angle on that one, but it's a base hit. This is not looking good. Yeah, pitcher getting tired. Yeah, I know. Thanks for telling me. Seiya Suzuki, get fair. Or get fouled, not fair. 2-2 count. Slider coming, doesn't chase it. 3-2 count to Suzuki. Castilla has struggled all game, but he does paint the corner very well with the sinker. Catches Seiya Suzuki looking on that one. 5th strikeout of the day. That's going to be a ball. So it is a 2-1 count now to Patrick Wisdom. Great placement on the sinker, and it's 2-2. One more pitch to get out of the inning, and he's got him on the slider. Patrick Wisdom goes down, but not before damage was done again. Ian Happ with a great home run, and that's probably going to be Castillo's day. Opening day did not go the way that I hoped it would. And Joey Votto will foul that one off. 1-2 count to the veteran, former MVP. It's been a long time since he was MVP of the league, but he does have one. Kyle Hendricks has pitched an absolute gem so far of one-hit baseball. Can Votto change that? That's going to be 3-2. There's not many people in the bigs that have better vision than Joey Votto. But that is an absolute embarrassment of a swing by me. That is not by Joey Votto by any means. I'm breaking the 4th wall here. That was 100% on me. I screwed that up. I pressed the button a little bit too quickly. And what could have been a nice hit from Joey Votto ends up being a strikeout. And we get 2 outs because Tyler Stevenson just popped that up to left field, or to right field, excuse me. Kyle Farmer. He will smack that to shortstop, but there's Nico Warner on a rope. He catches that one, and Castillo's day is done. Let's bring in Luis Cessa. He is going to come in here. We'll get a look at him. He might only pitch an inning. I don't know, depending on how it goes. First pitch that he throws is going to be flew out to Naquin and right. And 1 down. Christopher Morrell. Oh, Morrell, excuse me. And Votto with a rope to first base. He's there. Great job defending that. Brandon Davis had a home run his last at-bat. That's going to be fouled to left field, but he's got some distance on that one as well. It is a 1-2 count to Brennan, and that is going to be grounded to Farmer at short. Farmer will field it, and that'll be an end of the inning. Luis Cessa with a great inning there. And now the Moose steps up to the plate. Already in the bottom of the 6th. And the Moose will get that, but the shift works to perfection. And Moose is out. Absolute perfection there. That's what happens when you put a shift on. Nick Senzel, the only man to have a hit on today's game for the Reds, and he will have 2. Nick Senzel, the only man to hit off of Kyle Hendricks. Both of the hits that we have come from Senzel at number 8. Can Tyler Naquin make something happen here? He will not. He will ground into another double play, and that's the end of the 6th. Unfortunate. Really just unfortunate. Sesa will have that one grounded to him, and despite the speed of Horner, he will get thrown out there. First out of the inning. Nick Madrigal has struggled so far at the plate, and he will struggle again. Drury will field it, and that is 2 outs. Sessa has done really, really well. Ian Happ homered already. He will ground that one to Farmer, but Farmer can't field it. It'll get through. I probably should have dove, but I didn't want to risk anything. Wilson Contreras. That's the first hit given up by Luis Sesa. That's a really good outing for Sesa. I keep saying Sesa or Sesa. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Sesa, but it doesn't really matter. And that's going to be smacked to right center by Wilson Contreras. That is no doubt going to be a run scored. But we will not throw it home. The Cubs have piled it on. Seiya Suzuki at the mound, or at the plate, not the mound. That'll be foul, and we've got 2-2 count on him. Seiya Suzuki will smack that one, and that is just more punishment from the Cubs here. And Seiya Suzuki, no doubt about it, slider placed horribly, and Jeff Hoffman will come in. Sessa's day is done. We will see what Hoffman has to offer. That's going to be a ground out to India, who was playing deep into the shift there. But Seiya Suzuki did even more damage. Not what you want to have happen there. Jonathan India. He will go first pitch, at least my first pitch, and ground out to second base. This is not how I wanted opening day to go, but sometimes it's just how it happens, especially when Kyle Hendricks is playing so well, or pitching so well. But we finally get a hit that's not Nick Senzel. It is Brandon Drury who gets his first hit of the season. And he's got a 1-out single. Tommy Pham, 3-1 count to him. He's got the green light. That goes right over the head of Kyle Hendricks. That could have been some serious damage. That would have smacked him off the top of the head. He's lucky that didn't hit him. I got to go back, actually, and see how close that was. Previous play, how close does this ball get to hitting him in the face? All right, let's hide this. Let's zoom in. It actually goes through his head via video game mechanics. So in real life, this actually is Kyle Hendricks dead, basically. That's a concussion at the least. Smacks right off the skull, but because it's a video game, goes right through his head. Man, Kyle Hendricks, it's a good thing this is a video game because you would be dead. That ball was hit hard, and that ball was hit right at your dome. But Votto comes out to the plate, 1 out, 2 runners on. This is our chance to finally get a run on the board. That will be a double play to end the inning. Votto will end us. God dang it, Votto. A double play ends it, and it's the top of the 8th. We'll see what Trevor Hoffman has to offer. I will get some more guys warmed up. We'll get Lucas Sims warmed up and TJ Antoine stretching and tossing just to get some other arms in the bullpen. I'm sure that Hoffman won't finish the game, so it is a 1-2 count to Frank Schwindel. Here comes the curve, and it's got him chasing. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Hoffman. 1 down. Christopher Morel. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Not a really good debut. I'm assuming this is his debut. And there's the circle change, but he proves me wrong. He's not struggling. He gets, why did Tyler Naquin take an angle like that? I'm not sure. Tyler Naquin's in shambles, and that is a 1-out double for Morel. That's his first major league hit. So Brennan Davis gets a first career home run, and he also gets a first career double. And it's going from bad to worse to absolutely, utterly impossible to watch. And Nico Horner will send that one to left. Tommy Pham just jumps for no reason. And it's three doubles in a row. 3 straight doubles for the boys. And Trevor Hoffman's day is done. Lucas Sims will come in. Sorry, Trevor, but you can't be pitching like that and expect to stay in the game. Lucas Sims, one of the better pitchers in our team, in our bullpen. And he will send that one to left center. Tommy Pham underneath it. Horner will just go back to second base. And Ian Happ's up. 3 for 3 for Ian Happ on opening day. Having a terrific day, especially with a home run. But we'll see if we can end that today with this one. He will go 4 for 4. If Pham can get this back in, they're going to send Horner home. I didn't expect it to, so I sent it to the cutoff man. And they get it anyway. I really honestly didn't think he was going to go home because it was right at left field, so I just threw it to the cutoff man. And that is going to be sent deep center. Senzel, does he have a chance? He does not. It will bounce off the wall. Are they going to send him home? They will. Does India have the arm? He does, but not hard enough, and it's just getting worse. It is getting worse and worse and worse, and that is a 5-pitch walk to Seiya Suzuki. The Reds are struggling on opening day. This is not what the fans want to see. Drury will send that to the easy second base out. That was a little bit ugly, but we'll move on. 1-1 count to Tyler Stevenson. Hendricks will probably be going for a complete game shutout here. So we got to try and do something to get him off of his game. Tyler Stevenson will send that to right field, but Seiya Suzuki's there. And that's another out. We just don't have the timing or the hitting. I don't know what it is. Or if Kyle Hendricks is just back to his amazing Cy Young level. I don't know what it is, but we just don't have it here on opening day. And I'm assuming this is how most of the first season is going to go. Farmer will send that to Horner, and he will field it perfectly and get him out. Not the way to start. Let's see if Mike Moustakas, he had a shot at a home run last at-bat, or his first at-bat. Not his last one, his first at-bat. But he just didn't get enough on it. He will send that one foul. Had a decent look at it, but he was a little bit early. What did I do here? 2-2 count to Moose. And he will foul that one off as well. Hendricks is getting a little bit tired, so it's nice to have a longer at-bat. Try and wear him down. Moustakas floats that to right center, and Brandon Davis will field it. That is the end of the 8th. It has been a struggle to watch this game. 2-1 count to Schwindel. That's going to be grounded to first base, and Votto will step on the bag. First out. Christopher Morel got his first career hit, and he will add on to it with his second career hit. Everybody's just getting in the hit party. I'm pretty sure everybody in their team has gotten a hit today. They have 17 on the afternoon, so that is just absolutely atrocious. And Brandon Davis has been a big part of it, and he will try to continue it, but Naquin will be underneath that in right field. 2 down. Nico Horner, 2 for 5 on the day for him, and that's going to be a straight gas right by Horner, and it strikes him out. So Sims does a decent job, and we've got 3 outs in our day today. That's all. But that will be a ground out to third base, Nick Senzel, and that's one down. End the suffering now, I should say. End the suffering now. This has been hard to watch, hard to commentate. It's just been hard. That's what she said. Is that going to get down? It will not. Ian Happ will field it. I thought that might have had a chance. Jonathan India, our last hope for scoring a run and ending this shutout. He will foul that one off. Nice opportunity for a single or something, but he doesn't get it. He will get a nice cut at that one, but Brennan Davis is going to be underneath it. And that's the game. 14-0. They shut us out on opening day. Kyle Hendricks goes 9 up, 9 down. 4 hits on the night, 1 strikeout. Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I cannot believe what we just witnessed there. That was absolutely unacceptable, to say the least. To say the freaking least. Can't believe that we had to witness that. But now we will go and simulate a couple more games into the season. We'll probably go to this game against the Braves here. We'll simulate the first week or so of the season, so let's go. Game 2 against the Cubs, we lose 4-2. How did we do in this game? That's not what I wanted to do. Let's go to the box score. So we had given up a home run to Patrick Wisdom. And Votto gets a home run, his first of the season. Senzel with a double. How did Hunter Green look? Hunter Green went 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. Not great, but what can you do? Finishing out the series against the Cubs, and we lose. So we get swept to start the first season here. And it is a big sweep, too. 9-5 in this final game. Madrigal has 2 home runs. Happ has 1, Contreras has 1, and Davis has another. Tyler Stevenson hits 1 for us. And Tyler Mahle went 6 again, 7 hits. So about the same as almost the exact same as what Hunter Green did, although Mahle walked 1 guy. So now we are going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And this is how I expected the season to go. Maybe not as bad, but both these teams absolutely suck. So we will see what happens here. Hey, we get our first win of the series. Mike Minor is the man to do it against the Pittsburgh Pirates. We beat them 14-1, so we finally score a bunch of runs. That feels good. No home runs allowed. But it was a home run party in Pittsburgh. Actually, we were in Cincinnati. Pham had a home run. Votto hit his second. Moustakas hit 1, and Tyler Naquin hit 1 as well. A lot of RBIs. How did Mike Minor do? He went 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Very good day. Now we go against the Pirates again here in the second game. The Bats have 28 players on their roster, so we will go and figure that out. Looks like people cleared the stuff. So let's move you down to AA. And then let's move you down to, not you, Connor Phillips maybe? Yeah, let's move Connor Phillips to Class A. So then we can move somebody else down to AA like you. All right, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Let's sim Graham Ashcraft going up to the mound today, and he will get the loss, Zach Thompson. So the Pirates get their first win of the season at our expense. Ke'Bryan Hayes, Brian Reynolds, and Johnson all got home runs for the Pirates. We didn't hit any home runs today. And Ashcraft went 5 innings, 4 hits, and earned a run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And a 1.8 ERA is not bad for getting 4-0'd. So now we move to the final game of the series against the Pirates, and we won it. So we win our first series of the season, and Castillo comes back and gets some revenge. Good for him. Peguero hits a home run for the Pirates. Votto hits his third. Moustakas hits his second, and Farmer hits his first. All right, Castillo goes 7 strong, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Doesn't really lower his ERA though, which kind of sucks. But Joey Votto, now we play the Braves. But Joey Votto bangs. Votto still bangs, man. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, 400 average. This has not been the start of the season that I would have expected us to have. But, I mean, we do have a pretty bad roster. So, I mean, what can you really expect? As for scouting, are people starting to get scouted more? It looks like not many people have been scouted so far. But we are working on some assignments right now. Are there some more overall guys? Are there some better overall? Not really. It's okay, though. We still got a long way to the draft. We still got 55 days until the MLB draft. We are 3.5 games back of the Cubs, who are 5-0 to start the season. The Chicago Cubs are cooking to begin this season. And as you can see, there are rankings. But that's going to finish up episode number 2 of the series. We got absolutely shelled on opening day, but we do come back, win 2 games. We didn't sweep the Pirates, but we won 2 of 3 against the Pirates. And we start the season 2-4. Hopefully next episode we can have a little bit better of a performance, and we can maybe, I don't know, hopefully win some more games. I hope so. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. I got 2 channel links down below in the description. You want to go check them out. I got the main channel. I got my second channel. World of Juice is the main channel. World of Juice Hoops is the second channel. I got basketball, 2K content on the Hoops channel. I got Madden content and other stuff on the main channel. Plenty of videos to watch, or if you want to just stick around and watch some videos on this channel, feel free. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.